If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alone there.
Gibson have just launched a new Jimmy Page 2-neck guitar, and it only costs 50 grand. That's all. For the price of a new caravan or something, you too can recreate your favourite Jimmy Page moments in your very own bedroom or garage or bathroom or wherever you usually pretend to be Jimmy Page. Okay, I better clear a few things up before I get into this today. Number one, I'm not hating on Jimmy Page. I love that dude. He's a genius. Number two, I'm not hating on this guitar. If I had that sort of disposable income that would let me buy this guitar and be completely guilt-free, then I would buy it. I'm not denying it. And number three, no, Gibson wouldn't lend me one to play. I asked. It was the politest F off I've ever received, but it was still an F off. Look, I've only got 5,000 subscribers. I make YouTube videos in my spare time, for fun. And if, perchance, one of these videos happens to get 100 views, I'm stoked. This is a hobby. I can assure you that Gibson would not benefit in any way, shape or form by lending me a £50,000 guitar. I'd probably break it or lose the strap or the Jimmy Page pick that goes with it. I guarantee something would happen. The reason I mentioned about number three, about Gibson not lending me a guitar, was I got a comment on one of my other videos. I think it was my Dave Grohl guitar video, saying something like, "Why didn't you borrow the Dave Grohl signature guitar to review it?" Well, first off, I'm not a guitar reviewer. I am a very, very, very small YouTuber. I make these videos for fun, and I don't make any money for this. I do it for the lols. And even if I did manage to borrow a Dave Grohl signature guitar, I know I wouldn't like it. I've played hollow bodies before. They aren't for me. I'm not a Foo fan. I'm not a Nirvana fan. I just... There's no point. And to tell the truth, I'm not particularly fond of SGs either. I don't enjoy them. And I mean, I've played some really, really good SGs. A friend of mine has got like a 1970s one. But SGs just aren't my thing. I'm a Strat guy. Or Super Strats. I've just got an Ibanez Gem, and I'm a huge fan of that. But look, I'm just talking about stuff in the world of music and guitars. You want some good reviews and not somebody just chatting crap? Then go and watch Anderton's channel, or, KDH or Trogley or one of those guys. They're great guys and they do really good reviews on stuff. That's not why I'm here. I'm just here to give my humble take on stuff, and you can watch it. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. If you don't, you don't. So, anyway, the Jimmy Page double neck SG, 50 grand, what's going on? We've arrived at something that's really special. Gibson launches Jimmy Page's ultra-exclusive collector's edition 1969 EDS 1275 double neck signature guitar, a meticulous $50,000 recreation of an enduring rock and roll symbol. Only 50 units exclusive to the Gibson Garage will be made, and each come played and hand-signed by the Led Zeppelin legend himself. Right, so there's only 50 of these guitars, so, that's going to drive the price up, rarity and all that. From what I read about this guitar, right, Gibson actually took old JP's original 2-neck SG, and they 3D scanned it and they AI'd it and MRI'd it. They weighed it. They did everything that they could to that guitar and got as much data as possible, using as much technology as is out there. And they've made the closest possible copy to this guitar, which, it's pretty impressive. Copy doesn't sound great. Replica? Nah, sounds cheap too. Clone. That's the word I'm looking for. Clone. But Gibson have basically made the closest thing you could next to owning the actual guitar, and that's pretty cool. If you're a Jimmy Page fan, I'm sure there won't be many Swifties buying these, or DJ Khaled fans. We've all seen what that dude does to a guitar. And Jimmy has signed it, so technically he's had his hands on it. They said he's played it as well. I mean, I grew up listening to Led Zeppelin. Led Zepp 4 actually came out the year I was born. Yep, I really am that old, ladies. Like any ladies are going to be watching this. But what do you think? Do you think that a 50 grand guitar is too much money? I mean, it's a lot of money for a guitar, but do you think it's actually worth it? Well, it's a collector's item and there's only 50. The effort that has gone into making it, you know, kind of ensures that it's going to play well. I mean, it's going to play like butter for an SG. An investment? Yeah, probably. A lot of people are probably going to miss out on buying one of these and will happily pay more than 50 grand if one goes up for sale in the future. So yeah, I think it would be an investment. I mean, you get some cool stuff with it as well. Look, you get some straps, you get a case, Jimmy Page played pick in a fancy display case, and some other Jimmy Page stuff. I don't know what that is, a kimono. You can dress up like Jimmy Page. I suppose in the grand scheme of things though, 50 grand isn't that much. Now hear me out, I'm not trying to make out I'm rich. I watched the Mark Knopfler guitar auction on YouTube the other night and I was stunned to see the prices that some of those guitars were selling for. I mean, we're talking obscene amounts of money. And I mean, I'm a huge Mark Knopfler fan. I mean, that red Strat that he played Sultans of Swing on, or his money for nothing, Les Paul. Oof. Would I pay $500,000 for one? You know what, if I had that kind of money, I probably would. I've bought way stupider stuff in my time, so... Look, I'm sorry if you came here for a review of the Jimmy Page double neck guitar. I'd have done one, but you know, Gibson and F off. 5,000 subscribers, that's all I've got. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be big enough that Gibson will lend me guitars. Until then, I'll have to wait, and so will you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the new fancy Jimmy Page double neck guitar. Do you think it's worth 50 grand? Do you think they'll appreciate in value? Do you think they'll hold the value? Would you buy one? Or is this at capitalism at its very worst, and the people who buy this guitar will be the first against the wall come the revolution? Let me know in the comments. Thanks again. Take it easy. Peace out.
If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alone there.